This is a genuine question from me to you. Do you buy Call of Duty every year? Do you buy FIFA, Madden, NBA, or any sports games every year? Do you believe in Ubisoft's quote on quadruple A game? If you answer yes to any of these questions, I want to ask you why. And I'm not gonna berate you on going outside or stop playing video games or look for a girlfriend, because to be frank, I'm also annoyed by those comments. But instead, I'm going to list down the companies and the reasons why I blacklisted these companies and refuse to buy from them ever again. And I hope that this video will inform you of all the bad things that happen behind the scenes in these companies. And I genuinely believe that these are the cancers of the gaming industry. Yes, I genuinely believe that because they just made gaming worse over the years. Okay, let's start with EA. I mean, to be honest, do I really need to say more? It is voted the worst company in America twice in a row, the year 2012 and 2013. And my biggest gripe is players who buy yearly releases of FIFA. Oh wait, sorry, I meant EAFC, whatever that means. Like, my question is why? The games are not getting better every year, but it is getting more expensive and buggier. They just changed the name of the year every year. Not only that, but it's littered with loot boxes and microtransactions. It just screams blood-sucking mechanics, especially their poor pissed defense in court. Surprise mechanics.
So what we look at as surprise mechanics, but I think it's important to look at this. So if you go to a I don't know what your version of Target is, but a store that sells a lot of toys, and you do a search for surprise toys, what you'll find is that this is something people enjoy. They enjoy surprises, and so it's something that's been part of toys for years, whether it's Kinder Eggs or Hatchimals or...
They dare compare this mechanic to Kinder Joys, even though it's banned in America. It's so stupid. Like, Kinder Eggs don't cost $60 and causing you to spend more money just to get your favorite players. Everything is designed to make you spend money. Don't forget their defense for Battlefront 2, pride and accomplishment for spending literal hundreds of hours just to get your favorite character. It's either that or you spend money. Fun fact, that Reddit comment is the most downvoted Reddit comment in history. Literally, you can check it on the Guinness World Record. The one that grinds my gears is that it preys on children's naivety, thinking that they are not spending real money, giving children false hope on thinking that they'll get their favorite players if they just open more card packs. You don't have to go that far, just Google children spending money on FIFA. It goes up to hundreds and thousands, and they're left with no savings. It has a real impact on people's life. And impacts on adult is that it preys on people's gambling addictions. It's even banned in Belgium and Netherlands for unregulated gambling. And they have the audacity to ask players to ask their local government to unblock it for some reason. Like, no bro, you did something wrong. You're the one who needs to change. I'm surprised Southeast Asian countries haven't banned this game yet for unregulated gambling, since they're so focused on illegal gambling sites. This is not illegal gambling site. This is a legit product. I'm surprised that no government officials are having a problem with it. If you Google loot boxes in Google Scholar or any research paper website, you'll find tons and tons of evidence pointing to this. Like, seriously. Now, am I saying that the players who buy the games are the problem? Yes they are. But it's not entirely their fault, because the market has zero competition on this. The best alternative is eFootball by Konami. Well, I guess now I kinda understand football fans, I guess. And EA is the one that started the whole live service games nonsense, and how single player games are dead, even though they proved themselves wrong with It Takes Two and the Star Wars Jedi series. Like, they're such hypocrites. And I can't believe that other gaming companies actually fall for their lies. Like, there hasn't been a single live service game that actually succeeded except Helldivers 2, and that was just released this year. All the past failures, they learn nothing. They keep forgetting that making good games make players want to play it. Therefore, there is potential income. Instead, they think of monetization first and then gameplay, and then they wonder why they failed. They also taken our beloved BioWare from making one of the best trilogies into making Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda. I cannot forgive them for that. Enough about EA. Let's move on to the second. I think they're quite the same level of bad. I'm talking about Activision Blizzard. I feel like everything wrong about this company is from this single person called Bobby Kotick, their CEO. He's one of the reasons why Call of Duty is probably the second most toxic relationship slash franchise for gamers, second only to sport games, because at least they have different spin-offs like Black Ops and Modern Warfare or World War. But am I saying they're good? Not necessarily, because essentially it's the same game every year, which the CEO admits himself. I feel like the biggest crime they did was purchasing Blizzard and taking them from this pedestal of being one of the most respected gaming companies to being one of the most clowned upon. And it's not even Blizzard's fault. It's because of Activision. There's no other reason. The list of problems, let's see. The Hearthstone professional player being banned for saying Free Hong Kong. Overwatch 2, it shouldn't exist at all. Warcraft Reforged is an inferior game to the original 2002 game. The lawsuit from their employees about sexual harassment in the workplace, which Bobby Kotick tried to silence, by the way. Last but certainly not least, the existence of Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4.
The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Monetization work for this game. It is a full price game with a cosmetic cash shop, a battle pass that you can buy for more cosmetics, and paid expansions. All of the monetization.
Let's admit, they're just cash grabs, okay? Honestly, they could have been good games, but you know, monetization gotta ruin everything. But I'll be first to admit that, you know, I'm not a fan of Call of Duty or Diablo. I've played a few Call of Duty games in the early 2010s, but I've never played any Diablo games, so, you know, your argument of I don't understand anything, you know, it's valid, but seeing it from an outside perspective, it just looks like Stockholm Syndrome. You know, just Activision preying upon you guys for money, and I don't understand, like, what's the pull for it. I mean, you can comment down below your explanation, maybe you're a long-time fan, but please don't defend any of these companies because they really don't care about you, so please keep it civil. Moving on, Ubisoft. What is it with big Western gaming companies and mistreating their employees? Oh wait, no, that's just the US. Like I mentioned previously in the video that some of my favorite video games are made by them, so it's just really disappointing to see how they turn out. Over the recent years, they've become known as the makers of the average. Again, it's the same problem. Fan-loved franchise like Far Cry and Assassin's Creed being milked like there is no tomorrow. And then when they do go outside of their well-known franchises, we get Skull and Bones and Star Wars Outlaw. Like, what? How far have they fallen? I don't understand how they can screw up Skull and Bones. They created the game before. It's called Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They just need to take the basic gameplay of that, get rid of the Assassin's Creed name, and probably just polish it with more pirate activities and create it with better graphics. It's not that hard. It's not that complicated in concept. They already had the blueprint. It's right there. And do you guys notice how all the games feel the same? Because they do have a formula, which is to make an open world that's empty and fill it with filtered content to make up for the short story, and then wrap up the story in a rush in Act 3, and you got yourself a Ubisoft game. Tell me I'm wrong. Again, with another case of mistreating their employees, especially with their higher-ups, smashing their heads if they're bored, have meetings in strip clubs, and women getting inappropriate messages and comments. And I almost forgot, they're probably the pioneers of making multiple editions for a game, that they needed a freaking guide just to understand which is just not good marketing. So in closing, these are just the few reasons why I stopped paying attention to these gaming companies. I mean, there are more companies that could have been in this list, like Bethesda, Microsoft, Sony, CD Projekt Red. But it would make the video too long, and I just want to inform the people of this tree because I just think they're the worst of the worst. And I don't want people to be financially irresponsible just because of video games. Thank you for watching. If this video informs you of something new, please leave a like and subscribe and comment down below your experiences with these gaming companies. And for the next video, yeah, I don't know yet.